I really don't know, because like some of those songs were songs that I had just written, and you know, I was shopping around to different artists, but then I like a lot of times when I write, some of my stuff is it's a little too personal to me for other people to get it. You know what I mean? And so therefore, I just figured, why not me use it for myself? Because a lot of those, what you hear on AugustRush, was either a personal experience or an experience of someone very close to me. You know what I mean? And I just brought it to life through music, you know? And so, how long it took, I don't know. I really started concentrating on doing an EP last year, the beginning of 2011. So, between that and writing songs for other people, I guess you could say a year. The Jhene collab was that was a no-brainer. Like, I've been knowing Jhene since she was like 12. Me and her older brother, used to be in a group with me. And so I've known her, I've been around her since the back in the day when she was signed to Epic and she was with the B2K guys, you know. And so I kind of feel like I watched her grow up. And so, like, she's like family to me, so it's nothing to just call her. She came actually over here to my crib. And another thing, like, I recorded all of AugustRush at my house. I recorded it myself and mixed it and everything. But yeah, so she just came over, and we worked, and it's like, me and her, we got that chemistry like that. Like, we did July, we did the first record I ever did on her called Angel, and everything we do is like, I feel like it's magic, you know. So that's how that came about. Omari, I've known Omari since high school, so you know, we all LA area, so like, we've just been cool ever since. We have the same management, so it just made sense. Like, I told him, like, I want you to be on the EP. He was like, oh, for sure. And we got a studio. I wrote we wrote his part together. He knocked it out in like 20 minutes. Kendrick, thing about Kendrick, it's all LA. If you notice, all the collaborations on my album is LA. So I got to Kendrick. I've been knowing of Kendrick for a minute. I've been knowing his like Big Dude, dog. I was really close to Dude, who is actually the head of Top Dog Entertainment, who Kendrick is signed to. And so you know, I sent the record over to him, and they was really fucking with it. So Kendrick was like, he actually gave me two 16s, which was like, he blessed me, you know, like. And this happened, that actual record actually happened like a year ago. We put it all together like a year ago, so, and it had a different beat and all that shit to it, so. But that's how the Kendrick thing came around. He just showed love. And then I got Ty Dolla $ign, like, that's my partner. So it was nothing. I went to his studio, he laid down, he wrote his verse like in like an hour and cut it and everything. Boom. There you have it.
Alright, so
You know that ass go, girl. I ain't mad at it.
Oh yeah. We're actually coming up with a treatment. I don't want to tell you which one we're gonna do, but it's gonna be like a fan favorite. So right now, it just, everything has to be right before I don't want to just put. I'm not in the business of just putting stuff out, so I'm not gonna put it out until it's right. You know what I mean? But definitely, everybody will know once we actually moving in that direction of putting the video out. You know what I mean? So we coming up with the concepts and everything right now. So I just want everybody to just keep rocking with the EP and just be patient. I got y'all. Got new material coming. Acapellas, everything. It's about to go. Well, this one I don't have any plans to do a tour. If somebody wants me to come out and perform, like, I'm definitely down. You know what I mean? This EP is actually really was just supposed to be an introduction to me as an artist. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people didn't know that I was an artist. A lot of people just thought I was a songwriter. So, and it's actually doing a little better than I thought it would. You know, I just wanted to put it out there for people to hear me, you know, and see where I'm at. So if that comes about, somebody approaches me about that, man, I'm always open to anything. But the next project that I put together is gonna be official.
Oh yeah.
It's always difficult. It's always difficult because just these people, A&Rs and everybody, they expect you to be a machine, and they expect you to be able to just turn it on and off. And like me, I have like a slow working process. And so like things just have to come to me. There are some people out there, a lot of writers out there that are just like machines, and they boom boom knocking out 3 songs a day. I'm just not that person. So if I'm in a vibe to create a record for me, then I'm just creating for me. If I'm in a vibe to write for someone else, then that's what it is. Determining that is the hardest part because, you know, there are a lot of records that I do that I want for myself that people actually like for other artists. You know what I mean? So it's hard to just let that go, let those records go. But, you know, yeah, huh? But sometimes you do. Sometimes you gotta be selfish, but then again, you gotta be smart at the same time. You know. So if it makes sense to me, if it's gonna go on an artist that it's gonna actually definitely come out, and most importantly, it comes down to money. You know, just keeping it 100. Then you know, then the record will go. You know, music is constantly being made. Ideas are constantly being brought up, and you know, you're just getting better and better. So as long as it's moving forward and actually gonna do something, I'm not tripping. The CEO of Noiz is Katrina Taz, who I've been knowing her for over 10 years now, since I was young, really young. So and she was first in, you know, she was Chris Stokes' partner in the beginning, but she was the one actually making all the business happen. You know what I mean? And so, like I've always had a cool relationship with Taz. She's always been a real person, always been a hustler. She's not associated with Chris Stokes anymore. Obviously, she has her own thing going on, which she's well deserved. She has a lot of she hustles harder than 90% of the people out here in this business, just to be honest with you. And I've been around most of them, and I just haven't seen anybody with her, you know, her spirit. So, you know, when it came time for me to get a manager, my best friend, who actually is my A&R from Noiz, shout out to Trey Carson. He was just like, man, why don't you come over here, man? We doing something new over here, and Taz is running it. And I was like, oh, that's a no-brainer. It's like family. Who better to have behind your shit than your family? You know what I mean? So it just made sense, man. And then Jhene was already over there. Omarion was already over there. So I'm like, man, I might as well it's coming around full circle. So let's do it. You know? And so I've been rocking with her ever since.
It ain't hard to tell that 5 in the morning, turn off your phone.
Yeah, Bei Maejor. The song I wrote for Drake, which was July. Crazy part about that song is that it was supposed to have Beyonce on it.
Wow.
It was supposed to go on the soundtrack, but you know how things go in this business. People get a hold of your stuff and they leak it, and so the song got leaked, and he produced that record. Bei Maejor produced the record, and I met B probably about 4 years ago. Actually working with Jhene. I met him through my homeboy Jazz Prince in Houston, and he linked us up. And ever since I met B, like, he's always been a talented dude, like, and so we always kept it cool. So I called him and I was like, man, I'd love for you to be in the video. He was out here in LA. I was like, man, I'd love for you to come down and get a cameo. And he came through with no problem, show love, and that's how that came about. I'm still trying to figure that out. You know, I mean, but from what I know, man, just get lost in your craft. You know what I mean? Just lose yourself, like Eminem said, lose yourself in the music. You really have to do that. You gotta get in the zone. You gotta have a formula that you always go to as far as writing. You know what I mean? When you hear a track, or maybe some people write in their head and then they put a track based around what they've written in their head. However you do it, stick to that, man. Do it every time, and just lose yourself, man. Just lose yourself, and just try to bring to life either personal experiences or experiences that you may have seen something in a movie or whatever. You're a reporter. That's your job to do, is to report things that you see or that you know that are in your head through music. You know what I mean? So just make sure, man, and whatever you're doing, lose yourself and give it 100%, man. Go hard, ultra.
I like that. What?